Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Amagyanatimirandasya Jnana-anjana-salakaya Chakkura-nimiletanjena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Jana Bhutale Soyam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavanam Cha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Shri Raghunatham Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devan Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Litam Shri Visakam He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी ऋषाभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वंशा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यः वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमति भक्ति वेदांत स्वामीति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. So Hare Krishna. So today is very important subject matter. The books are the basis. So we should now how the importance of the books. Today we are going to discuss about the importance of the books. So Srila Prabhupada used to say that the temple may fail, the temple may fail, the what do you say, devotee may fail, but my books will be there. And he used to say that books are the basis. Basis means foundation. Just like a foundation or a structure, foundation of a building has got crack, then whole building will be useless. Therefore, the backbone of our Hare Krishna movement or spirituality is the books. Books are the basis. Why it is so? What is the evidence for that? That why books are the very foundation of everything. So let us know about this, what Krishna said. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Chaitanya Chaitamrita spoke to Sanatana Goswami the importance of the books. So it is said that māyā-mugdha jīvera nāhi svataḥ kṛṣṇa-jñāna jīvera kṛpāya kailā kṛṣṇa veda-purāṇa. So in this verse is very important verse. The conditioned soul cannot revive his Krishna consciousness by his own effort, but out of causeless mercy Lord Krishna compiled the Vedic literature, its supplement and Purāṇa. So the conditioned soul, even up to Brahma, from Brahma to ant, everybody is born ignorance. Even Brahma, when created, he does not know what to do, what not to do. Unless the knowledge is imparted to Brahma by the Krishna. Tena Brahma hudaya adhikabhyaha. So everybody is born in ignorance. They do not know Krishna. They do not know Krishna consciousness. They do not know what is the ultimate goal of life. Nāhi vidhu sattva gatim Vishnu. Therefore, it is said that everybody is born in ignorance. It is stated by Kunti Devi that very nicely, these beautiful verses, that how everybody born. Janmanam jayate sudra bhavesmin kṛṣṇa-jñānam avidya karma karmavi kama karmavi. So here Kunti Devi say that you appeared in order to renovate devotional service, remembering, worshipping, so in order to condition soul suffering from material pangs might take advantages. So avidya means ignorance. So everybody is ignorance. They do not know. They do not know they are the part and parcel of the Lord. They do not know their constitutional position. There is identity crisis everywhere. They are misconceived, misunderstanding of their identity. This identity card is not identity card, identity crisis. Everybody thinking I am this body, and all the bodily paraphernalia, they are mine. That is ignorance. That is ignorance. So that is stated here that everybody is from the time immemorial. Avidya, anadi avidya yuktasya purushatma vedanam. Because a person who has been covered by ignorance is time immemorial, is not capable of effecting his own realization. So we have been born ignorance, even Brahma also. Therefore, we have been suffering. Klesha means very, very difficult. We are suffering. Klesha manenam. Kunti Devi is telling that due to avidya kama karmi bhi, bhavesmin klesha mananam. Bhavesmin means in the material creation, everybody is suffering. From Brahma to Ant. Brahma bhuvanala loka punaravartina ardhana. Everybody is suffering due to ignorance. We do not know what is our objective. Who am I? What is my relationship with God? How to get out from this suffering? That is most important thing. We are accepting this body as the self, and the body is cause of all suffering. Just like why we need a fan? Because body is suffering. Why we need a air condition? Body is suffering. Why we need a comfortable things? Because body is suffering. And this is superfluous, unwanted. We should not have a body, we are eternal. Na hanyat hanyamane sarira. Aham brahmasmi, I am the spirit soul. They do not know. They have no knowledge, ignorance. Therefore, we are suffering. This is told by this Rishabhadev has explained this, stated this, that how out of ignorance we have been suffering. Due to ignorance, the materialistic person does not know anything about his real self-interest. The auspicious path of life is simply bound to material enjoyment by lusty desire. All his plans are made for this purpose, for temporary sense gratification. Such a person creates a society of envy. Due to this mentality, he plunges into ocean of suffering. Such a foolish person does not even know about this. Such a foolish person even does not know that how he is suffering because of ignorance. I do not know how to cross the traffic light. I will endanger myself. Therefore, the knowledge is very important. Without knowledge, one cannot get out from this ignorance. One has to be enlightened. Therefore, Krishna is saying that I created this because everybody is ignorance, and on account of ignorance, everybody is suffering. This is also very nicely say that Krishna bhuliya jiva anadi bahirmukha teva mayatare daye sansara dukha. Forgetting Krishna, living entity has been attracted by external feature from time memorial. Due to ignorance, we have forgotten Krishna. As a result, we have been attracted to external features or maya. Therefore, the illusory energy maya gives him all kind of misery in this material existence. We are suffering on account of ignorance. There is no other cause, only ignorance, avidya. The ignorance is the root cause of our suffering. Krishna also spoke to Uddhava the same point, that how the living entity are ignorance and they are suffering. Krishna said that, O most intelligent Uddhava, the living entity called Jiva is part and parcel of me. But due to ignorance, he has been suffering in material bondage since time immemorial. By knowledge, however, he can be liberated. Krishna spoke that by knowledge only. Therefore, he compiled this māyā-mugdha jīvera nāhi svataḥ kṛṣṇa-jñāna. They do not know. Therefore, he compiled Veda-purāṇa. jīvera kṛpāya kailā veda-purāṇa. All the books are created by the Lord, because to get us out, enlighten us, educate us, just like he educated Brahma, he educated everyone, so that we can revive our Krishna consciousness. People do not know, no te viddhu svartha gati me Vishnu. They do not know, te viddhu. Viddhu means they do not know. Svartha gati means their self-interest, ultimate goal of life. Just like material education. Material education, a child, janmanam jayate sudra. Everybody is born sudra. They do not born as Einstein. So therefore, parents are sending to the school, college. Why for? To learn, to get knowledge. That is material education. To earn their livelihood. But there is a upper paravidya is spiritual knowledge. And material education, there are so many books are there, so many curriculum. But spiritual education, nobody knows. Everything, our goal has to be settled. The parenting has to be understood, because out of ignorance, they are giving priority to material education, not spiritual education. Not only parenting, every aspect, every field, they are prioritizing this material education. Spiritual education, nobody. Therefore, Krishna is giving all these books, all this knowledge to living entity through the books, so that we can come out from this obnoxious miseries due to our ignorance. Therefore, Veda means knowledge. Krishna created this Veda. The first thing he created the Vedas. Veda means knowledge. It's coming from the root word called Vit. Vit means to know. Knowledge. Those days people are very intelligent. They used to receive the knowledge by oral reception, by hearing only. But because Kali Yuga people are not so, do not have so tentative memory, elephantine memory, not tentative, tenacious memory. So therefore, Krishna himself as a Vyasadev, empowered incarnation, he wrote down everything. But purpose is to enlighten us. Therefore, books are the basis, because we need knowledge. Therefore, Lord Shiva say, out of all the things, highest achievement is the knowledge. Lord Shiva say, Shreyasam iha sarvesham jnanam nihi shreyasam param. In this material world, there are different type of achievement, but all of them, the achievement of knowledge is considered to be the highest. The achievement of knowledge is considered to be the highest, because one can cross the ocean of nescience only on the boat of knowledge. Otherwise, ocean is impassable. One cannot get out from this obnoxious misery. From this great suffering. Only on the boat of knowledge, otherwise it is impossible. We cannot cross. Therefore, Lord Shiva say, highest achievement is the transcendental knowledge, this knowledge. And knowledge is received through the books. Therefore, books are the basis. Books are the basis. Lord Krishna also says that. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita also, he repeat, Yed gantvana punarmoham evam jassasi pandava jena bhutani asesani drakhyami atmani atmamai. Having obtained real knowledge from a self-realized soul, you will never fall again into such illusion. For by this knowledge, you will see all living beings are but part of the Supreme, or in other words, their mind. So this is the thing. This real knowledge, if you obtain from a self-realized soul, you will never fall down into illusion. We are now illusion. Just like Arjuna was in illusion. So Lord is enlightening. And as a result, actually whole idea of Arjuna illusory in delusion is not that Arjuna is actually illusion. Unless Arjuna was put into illusion, the Bhagavad Gita cannot be evolved, cannot be spoken. So Lord wanted to speak Bhagavad Gita, who is the wisdom that enlighten everyone, that dissipate our ignorance. Just like Arjuna says after hearing Bhagavad Gita, Nasta moho smutil labda. Moho means illusion. I am this body, I am this ammameti. This is animal mentality. Animal think that I am this body. I am dog, I am hog. But human beings should not be like this. If human being also thinking that I am this body, they are like animal. Jasyatma buddhi tridhatu ke guna pe tridhatu ke sodhi kala tridasu bahuma yahadi yat tirtha buddhi salila na karchit jnanesu abhigyansu saeva gokhara. They are like like animals. They are tantamount, they are compared to be animals, those who are thinking, those who are in ignorance, thinking that I am this body. Their material conception apply, bodily conception apply. Therefore, this knowledge is very, very important. Krishna also say, if somebody sitting in this boat of knowledge, he can cross. A blazing fire turns fire into ashes. Arjuna, so does fire of knowledge burn into ashes, all reaction to material activity. This knowledge is important. So therefore, to receive the knowledge, we need books. We have to read, hear books also. The books are the basis. It is stated also, there is another verse from Bhagavatam, the importance of these books. Jnanam yad, it is stated in these beautiful verses, that transcendental knowledge in relation with Supreme Lord Hari is knowledge resulting the complete suspension of webs and wheelsfuls of material modes. Such knowledge is self-satisfying due to its being free from material attachment. Being transcendental, it is approved by authority. Who could fail to be attracted? So how paramount importance of books has been stressed here, because it will help us to suspend the webs and wheelsfuls of the material modes. It will suspend our material existence. That's why books are the basis. Srila Prabhupada, how much he stressed the book. He used to write the books, sleepless night. Therefore, he said that the temple may fail, devotee may fail, my books will not fail. Because by knowledge one can enlighten, one can get out. As Krishna say, only knowledge they can liberate. There is no other way to get out. Because the impelling forces into getting into bhakti is also faith. To strengthening the faith, we need this knowledge. We should know some. We know. Without knowing the God, how can I love Him? How can I do bhakti? How can I get out? So first, understanding God is very important. Krishna consciousness is not a sentiment. It's not a kind of sentimental program. No. It is based on the knowledge. Therefore, our books are the very important foundation of that knowledge. And if we do not take care of the book, if we neglect the book, we do not read the books, then we will not get out. We will remain in darkness. Therefore, the Vedanta Sutra, the Vedas say that tamasima jyotirgamaha, do not remain in darkness. You will be suffering. Come to the light. How to come to the light? Books are there. The Acharya has left so many books. Krishna has left so many books. Veda, Vedanta, Purāṇas, Samhita. There are Upanishada. There are three sources of knowledge from Shruti, Vedas, all the 108 Upanishada. And there are Smriti, Mahabharata, Ramayana, Bhagavad Gita. And there are Vedanta philosophy, nāhi philosophy. And Bhagavatam is the essence of all Vedanta Sutra. Therefore, These books are very, very important. They are the basic foundation of our bhakti. That will strengthen our faith. It is stated that faith is very, very important. Without faith, nothing can be done. So, Shraddha Sabde Vishwasa Kaye Sudhidhanisha Krishna Bhakti Kailā Sarva Kama Kirta Hoye. So, here it is said that faith means we should understand that I am the part and parcel of the Lord. If I engage in the service of the Lord, then I will get the perfection. That faith will not come without understanding, without books, without knowledge. Therefore, it is stated that there is a beautiful verses. It's stated in this very nice yeah. So that Shraddha Siddhanta boliye chite na karo alasa ya hoite Krishna lage sududha nishchay. So one should know this philosophy. Without philosophy, one cannot strengthen his faith for Krishna. And faith is the impelling force for the entrance or getting into entrance into the bhakti. Therefore, books are very, very important. Therefore, Prabhupada always say that, no, we are not salesmen. We are not here salesmen. The books are meant for reading, not for selling. Not just for selling, but reading. That is whole idea. Not that book distribution. What is the meaning of book distribution? Book distribution means because by reading books one can get enlightened. And everybody has to, not only you have to sell, everybody. Therefore, Prabhupada say that that how important books for the devotees. If devotees do not take care of the books, they remain neophytes. That is the biggest problem in the society. Prabhupada says that what is the use of so many disciples if none of them are knowledgeable? And he told that you must read my books. If you don't read, you are not my disciple. What is the use of disciple? Man becomes strong, stout by eating sufficient grain. But devotee who simply eats ordinary grains but does not taste the transcendental pastime of the Lord, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Krishna gradually become weak and falls down from the transcendental position. However, if one drinks but a drop of the nectar of Krishna pastime, his body, mind begin to bloom. He begins to love, sing and dance. So Prabhupada writing, all the devotees connected in Krishna consciousness movement must read all the books that have been translated, Chaitanya Chaitamrita, Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita. Otherwise, after some time, they will simply eat, sleep and fall down from their position. Thus, they will miss the opportunity to attain eternal blissful life of transcendental pleasure. How Prabhupada is giving stress. All the devotees, that is the injunction, order of Prabhupada, that we must read books of Prabhupada. This is not a sentiment I have seen Krishna in my heart. No. You cannot understand Krishna. Here it is said that very nicely. It's a beautiful verses from Bhagavatam. It is stated that how the great personality, they realize the Supreme Lord. It is stated in this verse that tas sadhana munya jnana vairagya juktaya pasyanti atmani cha atmanaya bhaktya sutta gruhitaha. The seriously inquisitive student or sage, well equipped with knowledge, realize the absolute truth by rendering devotional service in terms of what he has heard from Vedanta Sutri. Vedanta Shruti. So devotional service without reference to the Shastra is useless, is disturbances. Shruti, Smriti, Purāṇādi, Pancharatrika Vidhi Vina, Aikanthika Harer Bhakti, Utpadeva Kalpate. Very disturbance. It's not the proper way. So one should know how to perform devotional service by adhering to the Shastra or according to following the Shastra. Ye Shastra vidhi ussate vartate kama karta. Krishna also say, na sukham, they cannot get happiness, they cannot reach ultimate destination. Therefore, books are the basis for every activities, the guidance, the foundation of our progress. So here Prabhupada is writing very nicely that see, devotional service which is based on the foreground of full knowledge combined with detachment from material association, which is fixed by the oral reception of Vedanta Shruti, is only perfect method by which a seriously inquisitive student can realize the absolute truth. So in this way he is saying that the third class devotee therefore has to receive the instruction of devotional service from the authoritative source of Bhagavatam. The number one Bhagavata is the established personality of the devotee, and other Bhagavata is the message of Godhead. So here Prabhupada is saying that who owns so Prabhupada, the holy message of Godhead is inculcated in Bhagavad Gita or in the Srimad Bhagavatam are undoubtedly transcendental subjects, even though they are source of transcendental matter are not to be received. So Prabhupada is again saying, unless therefore devotional service is established on the principle of Shruti, Smriti, Purāṇa and Pancharatra authority, and makes so of devotional service should at once be rejected. Therefore, this Vedic literature is very important. To hear this Vedic literature, read this. Books are very important. Without reference to Vedanta Sutra, is a make so of devotional service. Prabhupada is saying. Therefore, one should not neglect this injunction of Prabhupada that one should hear the Srimad Bhagavatam. In another places, he spoke that how he said that in this age, especially in this age of Kali, has given us Srimad Bhagavatam, Puranam Amalam, Vaishnavanam Priya. For Vaishnava who are somewhat advanced or who are fully aware of the glories and potential of the Lord, Srimad Bhagavatam is a beloved Vedic literature. After all, we have to change this body tatha dehantara prapti. If we do not care about Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, we do not know what next body will be. But if one adheres to the two books, Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, one is sure to obtain the association of Krishna the next life. In the next life, takta deham punarjanma nāhi māmeti sorjuna. Therefore, distribution of Srimad Bhagavatam all over the world is the greatest welfare activity for theology and philosopher, transcendentalist, yogi, as well as people in general. See, Prabhupada is saying how important. If you do not care, then you will be next body is something else according to your karma. But if you adhere, then takta deham punarjanma. There will be no birth in this material world. We can go back to Godhead. Therefore, the importance of books reading Prabhupada is given. In many places, Prabhupada is given news that how important. You can see here in the purport of 1343, he has given how important he says that Srimad Bhagavatam, he empowers Vyasadeva to Narad to compile the message of Srimad Bhagavatam, and thus both the Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam are like torch bearer of the blind people of this age. They are a torch bearer of the blind people of this age. In other words, if the main in this age of Kali want to see the real light of life, they must take these two books only, and their aim of life will be fulfilled. The Bhagavad Gita is the preliminary study of Bhagavatam, and Srimad Bhagavatam is Sonam Banam of life, Lord Krishna's personified, non-different from Krishna. We must therefore accept Srimad Bhagavatam as a direct representation of Lord Krishna. One who can see Srimad Bhagavatam can see also Krishna in person. They are identical. See how important in this age of Kali, these books are the torch bearer. They enlighten us, give us knowledge, dissipate our ignorance. In the next verse also Prabhupada is giving stress how important the books are. He says that how important that that which he received from Great Lord. Sukadev Goswami presented Bhagavatam as he heard it from his great father. So also Sutta Goswami is presenting Bhagavatam as he heard from Sukadev Goswami. Simply hearing is not at all. We must realize the text with proper attention. The word nivish. So here it is very important. One should hear the rapt attention from the real person, then he can at once realize the presence of the Lord Krishna in the page. So this is important, how books are the basis. So Prabhupada has given very stress that every students, every disciple, in people in general must read these literatures, because Krishna has given. This Krishna has compiled these books so that we can understand the book and get out from this misery, get out from this material existence. That is Krishna, that is stated by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to Sanatana Goswami, that how Shastra is very important. Shastra Guru Atma Rupe Apanara Janana Krishna Mora Prabhu Tara Jīvera Vedic. So here Krishna says forgetful conditioned soul is educated by Krishna through Vedic literature. Therefore books are the very, very foundation, basis. The realized spiritual master and the super soul. Through this he can understand Supreme Personality of Godhead as he is, and he can understand that Lord Krishna is the eternal master, deliverer from the clutches of Maya. In this way one can acquire real knowledge of this conditioned life, can come to understand how to attain liberation. We should know how to attain liberation through the books. Therefore the books are very, very important. They are sanctified, they are sacred. That is whole idea. The Vedic literature gives information about living entity, eternal relationship with Krishna, which is called Sambandha. Living entity understanding of this relationship and his acting accordingly is called Avidya. Returning home back to God is the ultimate goal of life, is called Prayojana. This all the thing, who am I, what is my relationship, and once you know the relationship, what is my action, what is my duty, then what is the ultimate perfection of that duty, to go back to Godhead, to get out from this material existence. All this information has been given in Vedic literature. Therefore Krishna is giving this. Krishna is speaking whole Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna. Arjuna was in ignorance. Krishna said, I spoke to Sun God, now I am speaking to you. Therefore the books are very, very important. Everybody should read Prabhupada's books. That is very much pleasing. Prabhupada says, if you do not read the books, you will be restless. You won't focus. You won't advance. And particularly the neophyte symptoms is they deliberately avoid this reading books. Therefore Prabhupada himself made a very autonomous entity, Bhakti Vedanta Trust. He did not mix with the ISKCON organization, Bhakti Vedanta entity, so that tomorrow the movement may fail because of leaders, because of devotees, and devotee may fail, but my books will remain. Therefore he created Bhakti Vedanta. This is our spiritual knowledge. It cannot be destroyed. So thank you very much. Therefore we must read and try to understand Srila Prabhupada's intention, mission, that without reading, without understanding it, we cannot do anything better for us nor better for others. We cannot preach to others also. Therefore books are the very, very foundation of our bhakti. Thank you very much. Jai Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna.